My issue is more logical in nature and it's more philosophical. We have Councilmembers Zinkin, Burns, and Garner who voted against the budget. And the reason they voted against the budget is because they said it was fiscally irresponsible. And these are the same individuals who really didn't want to support the employees with their raise and their market survey, and they wanted to phase it out. How all of a sudden do we go from we're being irresponsible, we need to bankroll more, even more than the 31%, to we need to restore this right here, right now? What changed, in my opinion? So that's number one. But what I question is that if it was so important and the property was purchased, why wasn't the money, which was above the 25% required by our own council mandate, why wasn't that money allocated back then? Because I submit to you, if it was, we wouldn't be in the situation now. But again, I go back to, I just don't understand how there are three individuals of my colleagues on this council who say that the budget is irresponsible, therefore that they can't vote on it, and now all of a sudden we're flush with cash.
I'll set the record straight on several things. For one, I never criticized the employee pay, and I voted for the MOU. That's no decision in my voting against it. And I never criticized being fiscally irresponsible. My concerns were this council, despite lots of lip service to the poor, disabled, and needy, don't do anything to help them. And my second is, along with revenue generation, we're not producing the type of revenues, we're not having the conversation with our citizens to fund programs such as Steam Pump Ranch, such as Naranja. You can sit up here and criticize me for not voting for the budget. Well, I'm for the needy. I'm for Steam Pump Ranch. I'm not actually voting to do anything for it, but I'm for it because it sounds good in the paper. I think it's hypocritical. My vote against the budget was very specific. We need programs for the poor, disabled, downtrodden. I've been trying for years to get it from Mr. Caton. Haven't gotten anything. And I think we have to have an honest discussion to develop things like steam pump. We have an actual opportunity to do something consistent with what I want to do, and I support it. So this whole characterization of trying to take this upper morality, either you didn't listen to me, or you're specifically trying to misrepresent what I said.
If in no way did I lump all you three together with the exact same blanket things. Can you please tell me, because you specifically said you didn't vote for the budget because you needed something for the poor, the downtrodden, the disabled, and I think the seniors was the other one. How does rehabbing the Steam Pump Ranch and putting that kind of money into it without voting on the rest of the budget, how does that specifically address those three groups while you ethically and morally could not vote on that budget?
I've actually had specific conversations on multiple occasions with Mr. Caton in Parks and Rec in rehabbing the stables on Steam Pump to do some kind of equine therapy for autistic and other developmentally disabled individuals. So this is how you can take projects such as Steam Pump and others and kill two birds with one stone. We rehab the place. We now have ability to coordinate either ourselves or with other businesses, a lot of equine therapy and other programs for the poor and disabled. The success rate with equine therapy from anyone struggling from cancer to autism is off the charts. I think we've had 5-6 conversations about that. Ask. You criticize Councilmember Zinkin and Gardner for not voting for the budget. One question is the mayor. Councilmember Zinkin, what needs to be changed for you to support this budget?
That's
Councilmember Gardner, what needs to change to support the budget? You never asked. You get up here and you say, oh, I'm going to criticize everybody, but I'm not going to ask them. Don't misrepresent what I said. I was very clear. I've been saying since I've gotten council, we need programs for the poor, the disabled. You gave a newspaper interview. You said, yeah, we're going to build a community center because I care about that. But you're coming up on 4 years. Put the money where your mouth is. Develop the community center. Or go to the public and say, I'm very passionate about developing a community center or programs for the poor, and this is what we need to do. Take some leadership on it and say, I believe in this, but I'm not going to say it, I'm going to deliver. This is how I'm going to deliver. And you know what? You, and you, I'm bringing you with me because we're going to deliver on this. So I don't take kindly when you misrepresent what I said or you imply there's some nefarious reason for voting against the budget but voting for Steam Pump. I was very consistent. I want to develop Steam Pump, Naranja, and a list of all the other capital projects I put up there.